Africans are constantly talking, lending their voices on a plethora of issues from Dakar to Kinshasa, Cairo to Casablanca, Lagos to Accra. Africans are speaking up on politics.
If there is anything that we must learn from Western Europe, is that they have gone through enough problems, they are capable of organizing their affairs, and they have demystified political leadership. We must demystify political leadership going forward.
Sports. Though Nigeria have been to the World Cup 6 times, 3 times more than Ghana, when we come to the trophy cabinet, Ghana has won more than Nigeria.
Business.
I have called for the prices of certain foodstuffs to be frozen as a matter of urgency.
Economy, climate change, and more. Join us on your trusted platform, Africa Speaks. Same dial, same station.
You're listening. Africa Speaks. All the Jews from Africa are playing only the best music.
Have your 1 minute opinion on the operationalization of the loss and damage fund. What is the stance of the AGN on that, especially as it involves carbon market as a source of replenishment for it?
Well, of course we welcome the fund. We are happy that already over 600 million has been pledged into the fund. That is good, but it's not enough because you know that you require billions to address the loss and damage. In terms of the sources, the decision talks about receiving support from various sources, and so of course that is understood, but largely the funds have to come from public sector of developed countries.
Yes, but carbon markets are specifically included.
I'll have to check if how that in which context that is.
As a source of funding for replenishing the
I'll have to check how that is framed. But for now, I know it's from various
What's also the AGN stance on the World
I don't think it says carbon markets. It may say innovative sources of funding. But that's why I don't want to comment on that. I want to check how it is.
Okay, what's also the AGN stance on the World Bank as a provisional place of housing?
It was
for the
necessary.
Fund? Why was Africa cowed into accepting
Not cowed. Actually, I wouldn't use the word cowed. It was necessary. You know, the guidance the ministers gave us was that this fund needs to be up and running almost immediately. If you are going to start a new fund completely from the scratch, it wasn't possible to get it. We were not going to be receiving the pledges that you have seen received now, because there is a lot of things that you need to put in place. So it's that urgency to have it started immediately. However, what we've done is to put a lot of caveats. The World Bank has to meet a lot of conditions that we've put there. First of all, a board which we are going to constitute will be independent, to operate independent of the World Bank. The eligibility criteria will not be based on the World Bank, and so there are a lot of steps that we have, benchmarks that we have put in place which the World Bank has to meet, failure to which we go the other route. There is even that provision after 4 years, in some cases even before the 4 years, we can revert and change our position. But it was important to get the fund function. It is established, yes, it is operational, yes, and even capitalized now, but it needs to get functional. So we put a board in place and then it gets functional.
Are you promising Africans that the AGN is going to move?
We are demanding the minister as well.
The AGN is going to move to ensure that the fund moves out of the World Bank to emerge democratic structure.
No, I don't think that is the spirit. The World Bank has to fail to meet the conditions that we put in place for us to think of moving out. But we put that as an alternative so that we are not locked up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to Africa Speaks. This podcast has been brought to you by the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa in partnership with the Black World Media Network. Do check us out on www.kappaafrica.org. See you next time.